Hi everyone, it's Jennifer with National Strategies PR. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about communicating with minorities, and this is a really important topic for any business to tune into and really get to know how the best way to communicate with minorities are the best ways. So just referencing my notes here, there is an article on our website and on LinkedIn. Feel free to check out the article with the tips if you haven't already. And as usual, check out our website because we have got a lot of different articles with lots of free resources. But for this topic, the main thing I want to talk about is understanding the populations within your market. So what does that mean? That means that you can say, I want to communicate with more minority groups. I see it as an opportunity for us, but who are they and what makes up that minority group? So for example, our company, our headquarters is in Tampa, Florida. We've got a rich Hispanic and Latino population here. But that's not a blanket statement. That doesn't mean, okay, well then we communicate with Hispanic and Latino population. We need to understand how many Puerto Ricans does that make up? How many Cubans does it make up? How many, of each population that makes up a Hispanic and Latino community. And there are very big differences. So a term, and I feel like this is something that people have heard of a lot, but a term that might mean something to the Puerto Rican community might mean something completely different to a Colombian community. So it's something to pay attention to and really understanding and utilizing that information. So information is our friend in this case, and really getting to know them. Next, just looking at my article here, communication should reflect the minority's culture. So this is kind of the global theme, even with all of the rest of the points in the article, is your organization might have message XYZ, whatever that message is, and you say, I want to communicate with minorities. But why is it important to that population? Why is it important? Why should they pay attention? So really understanding their holidays, their observances, the things that are important to them, rather than just broadcasting your message first. Taking your message of what you want to broadcast and say, is this important? Why is it important to this particular community? How could I communicate in a way that would be important to them? So it's really taking your message and understanding their culture and what culture you're trying to reach. And it could be religious, it could be just whatever type of culture you're trying to reach, and maximizing your message to meet that. So the last point that I want to make here is you can get involved in particular minority group organizations. But you can, really understand them better. But here's the thing: if you really want to communicate with them, any population in a certain way, and maybe you're pitching stories, for example, there are vast publications and news outlets and blogs that cater to very specific markets. So it could be a Vietnamese market, it could be, whatever the market is. There are newsletters and publications out there, and so why not tap into that, right? But again, just going back to that central global theme of today's topic is, it's not about just saying we've got this promotion, discount, deal, event, whatever it might be. It's saying, why would that be important to them? So that's the really big key here, and really making sure that your communications with the minority market is successful, and we've seen it be really successful. We know of an oncology practice that, when you call, there are 5 languages to choose from. It's in the heart of New York City, which has really very specific sub-markets of minority cultures. And they really have to understand who they are and exactly how to communicate with them. But it just doesn't end there. It's not about, just putting your message in a different language or putting a billboard and just translating it to a different language. It's really about understanding their culture. So we implore you to do that. We really are excited when we see companies do it really well. And if you need help with this, if you want to brainstorm, investigate it further, do a session with us where we could really dive into the statistics and details, and then the communication vehicles to use to communicate to specific markets. So we encourage you to take all the information from this article and from this video and get to use. So tune in next week, and we appreciate your time today. Thank you.